Hey everyone, so welcome to my shower. I wanted to make a video for you guys to show you how circular flow works and exactly how it flows. Because in school, when we do this in class, it confuses a lot of students a lot of the time. So I'm going to do this the way that we have it set up on the slideshow on our website. So if I believe that it looks differently somewhere else, but nonetheless, this is the business, the circular flow, okay? We have the 4 squares here. If you want to do this with me, I recommend it. We have the 4 squares here that we're going to fill in just a moment. And then on the outside, we have arrows going one way, and on the inside, we have arrows going another way. I'm going to do the inside lines with red and the outside lines with black. The outside lines, the black lines, are the monetary or the money flow. So it's where the money goes, okay? And the red is the physical flow, physical items, okay? Now, really quickly, I'm going to ask you a question like I would in class. What are the 3 factors of production? I'm going to give you a minute. I would recommend pausing the video right now. What are the 3 factors of production? They are absolutely necessary to know for this chart, okay? So I want to write these somewhere. Where should I write them? I should write them over here. Okay. The 3 factors of production, and I'm going to do a little off in the corner here, are land, labor, capital. LLC. Okay? LLC. Land, labor, capital. So remind yourselves, if you have to go over this again, what makes up a land, what makes labor, what makes capital. Okay? All right. Let's fill in this circular flow chart. Remember, the outside, always on the outside, always going this way around, connecting, is monetary flow. Always going on the inside around is physical flow. Okay? All right. First, we're going to start with the 2 people who are always trading. We're always going to be talking about businesses. Businesses, which don't fit in my box, so that's cool. And then households. Okay. And I am going to scoot you guys a little bit closer if I can. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Maybe you can read it a little bit better. Oh, that's way better. Okay, cool. It's my first time doing this, so you're my test group. All right. Households and businesses. Businesses and households. Businesses buy resources and sell products. Oh, you can't see that. Got it. Buy resources and sell products. And households buy products and sell resources, okay? Now, looking at these ones, okay? Households, in this case, are the owners of the land and of the labor. Households own them. They own the land and they own the labor. Households have to sell their labor and their land to businesses in order to, sorry, I just realized that there's like a light. Anyways, this says resources, okay? Resources. Sorry, you can't see that. Anywho, Businesses need to buy their land and labor from households. Households need to sell their land and labor. In turn, the money gets put to the households, which then they use to buy finished products from businesses, which is what this flow is going to show us. So at the top of the chart here, this is the resource market. This is the resource market. And this one is the product market. Okay, so the resource market shows households selling, right here. Households are selling, the red. Physical flow. They're selling their labor and their land to businesses. Labor and land to businesses. Businesses, in turn, monetary flow, money flow, are buying that land and that labor from households. Okay? We're going to fill in these inside arrows in a minute, but I want to go over this with you really quick. So once the households have the money and the businesses have the land and the labor, businesses then produce, with that physical flow, produce products that you want. And they don't give them, but they sell them to the households. And households use the money that they earn from their land and their labor to purchase, money flow, those products, okay? Okay, I'll give you a real life example in a minute once I have the arrows filled in. Okay, so let's start with the monetary flow. We're gonna start with business. So we're gonna start with business right here. This one is gonna be called costs, because it's really the costs. What's the amount of money that's gonna go into the actual resources that they need to purchase. And then right here is gonna be money income for households. So this arrow is leading from resource market to income market. So let's say you have a person from business and a person from household, and they crawl up here and they meet right here at resource market. The business is bringing the cost or the money, and the household is bringing the product, but they're essentially going to go home. The households are essentially going to go home with the money from the businesses. Now, what are the households giving for those businesses to spend money on? I'm glad you asked. They are going to be selling their land, labor, capital. Okay, they're selling their land, labor, and their capital to the resource market. And businesses are in turn buying that as resources. Anything that businesses need to make their final products. Okay, a great example right now. Let's talk about toilet paper, because why not, everyone? Businesses need to, what do you need to make toilet paper? Let's say you have Charmin toilet paper, okay? Charmin is scrambling right now because they need to make more toilet paper. What do you need to make toilet paper? Okay, you need trees, some kind of paper, and you need machines. Great. Maybe you even need employees, right? Awesome. Those are all resources, and they're all coming from the household. Your labor to make the toilet paper, the product to make the final toilet paper product, and the capital, like the machines, the computers, everything you need to go into that factory. That is all, what the heck is happening? That is all capital, okay? And households, are selling those resources to businesses because businesses need those to run. Businesses in turn need to pay for those resources because you're not just going to give away your resources. So households get paid for their land, their labor, and their capital. Okay? That is the resource market. Moving on to the product market. Okay, so households now hold the money. Great. And businesses now hold the resources. So talking about the toilet paper example again. Households now only have money. They've sold their paper or their trees. They've sold their labor, they're working for Charmin, and they've sold their capital. Maybe You have a person who sold them their computers, so on and so forth, okay? What are the businesses going to do with those resources, and what is the household going to do with that money? Product market, okay? Businesses are going to take all those products, take the factors of production, and they're going to make toilet paper, okay? So on this red line right here, we're going to start with the physical flow. We're going to start with the goods and services. So the red flowing in is goods and services. I'm going to write on here as G and S because that just makes more sense to me, because that's how I write it in class as well. And then goods and services come out of the businesses into the product market. Let's say that this product market, for our example of toilet paper, is Target. Okay? This product market right here, that's Target. Okay? So then the final goods and services, they're also sometimes called final goods and services because why make anything easy? We like making it difficult and fun. Anywho, goods and services goes into the product market. Households then take the goods and services home. But what do households need to exchange in order for them to be able to bring those products home? Money, 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 money. Money. Yes, money. Correct answer. So coming from the households, they're going to pay, oh my God, what does that say? Consumption? Okay, they call it consumption expenditures. They're basically wanting to buy the product, or they have a need, and then buy a product, have a need, and the last thing they're going to do is revenue. So they're going to buy the product, they have a need, money, and then the businesses get it as revenue. And you guys, the whole thing starts over again. So then you are back to the beginning of where this goes and the circle starts over. So now that businesses have more money, households now have goods and services, and they keep making land, labor, and capital. Businesses keep paying households, households keep buying products, and the whole entire flow keeps going. Okay. I really hope that made sense to you, because I know this can be really confusing. I will be making more lessons coming up here to go along with our supply and demand unit, because it's one that's very visual and you need to be able to see it in order to understand it. So yes, if you still have any more questions, please email me and I will answer your questions as well as I can. If I get a lot of the same questions, I'll set up a time for us to meet on Google Meets, and you can ask me all those questions. I hope you guys are staying happy and healthy, and let me know if there's anything I can help you with. See you guys later.